Hi everyone. I wanted to put out an important video announcement that will go over a few things for the rest of the course. I'll probably put out another announcement at some point, kind of wrapping things up, but these are a few things that I often get questions about that are important for your final draft grade and your overall grade for the course, so please watch all of it. Um, First things first, everyone who turned in a first draft to me should have theirs back and they should have feedback on it, except for one student who I emailed and I'm waiting to hear back from you, so please get back to me. But please make sure you look at the feedback that I gave you, okay? You have two sources of feedback. Whether you emailed me your paper or you submitted it on Blackboard, I returned your paper to you with comments read, they should be read, read edits in the paper and read comments in the margins, okay? So you should have that. Then you should have rubric feedback with comments about each rubric area, okay? So I hopefully gave you plenty to think about and plenty to do before you turn in your final draft. Please make sure you can see that feedback. If you don't see it, email me and I will make sure you can see it somehow. Um, I find it quite sad. Every semester, there's usually one, maybe two students who um, didn't know that there was feedback somehow. So I always try to really make sure to know that you have feedback for your final draft. Now, how do I grade the final draft? I'm going to look at your first draft because I have them all saved. I'm going to look at your second draft or your final draft, and I'm going to compare the two. I'm going to use the rubric to grade your second draft, but it's going to be pretty straightforward. If you didn't make changes to your second draft that I remarked on your rubric and on your paper, then your grade will not increase. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to make every single change, because maybe you disagree with one of my changes, but most of the comments that I make on your papers are things that need to be changed. Okay, so like it's not okay to not fix the formatting for an APA citation or to not cite something. You can get a lower grade on your final draft. So just because you got an 80 on your first draft doesn't mean you're guaranteed an 80 if you just submit the second paper. If you just submit the second paper and you got like an 80 or a 70 on it and you didn't make any changes for your final draft, I will give you a lot lower grade. You will be borderline flunking the paper, maybe flunking the paper actually. So the point of this is not just to turn in a second draft because we did okay on the first one and we'll take the second grade because that's all right. The point of it is to develop it. Now, having said that, if you got like a 95 on the paper or higher, and there's a few of you that did, there's probably not a whole lot that you can change. That's okay. You put in a lot of work and everything, for the first draft, so you don't have to do too much for the second draft. So I don't mean to come across as harsh, guys. I just want you to understand to please make those changes. It really befuddles me sometimes how there are sometimes students in previous semesters who have all that feedback and then they submit the same paper. It's just not helping you out learning wise or grade wise, but especially learning wise. For your partner critique, please send your draft to them now if you haven't already. Like right after you watch this video, go on Blackboard, find your partner, and email your draft to them. If you do not do it by tomorrow, 11:55 p.m., you will not be able to complete the assignment and you will receive a 0 on the partner critique. So please submit that to your partner if you haven't already. I outlined everything in the announcement that I sent out Sunday, I think, for the partner critique, but I'm just reminding you right now to send it if you haven't sent it already. If you don't receive a paper from your partner, just shoot me an email and I will give you full credit, but please wait until after the due date, okay? Please wait until after the due date. Give them a chance to send it to you if they haven't already. One more thing about the paper first draft, guys. Some of you have noted that the grade is out of 40 for the first draft, so you may have received like an 80 out of 40 or a 30 out of 40. That actually means 30 out of 100 or 80 out of 100. So the out of 40 is just a thing that we had to do for assessment tool for the psych department this past year. So it really doesn't mean anything. Your grade is out of 100. So if you got a 70 out of 40, it means you got a 70 out of 100. Okay, that brings me to my maybe final point, and that is calculating your grade for the course. Do not rely on Blackboard to calculate your grade for you. Do not use the Blackboard grade that it spits out for you, okay? A lot of students, this comes up a lot at the end of the semester. A student will say, Blackboard said that I had a B, but you say that I have a C or something different. And I will say, yes, because Blackboard doesn't calculate that grade correctly. Some classes might have it so it does, but this one it doesn't. And I think it's a good skill anyway to calculate your grade in any course. All you need to do is go to the syllabus, look at how many points are available in the class, look at how many points you have. That's your current grade, right? Look how many points are left in the class. So look how many points you need to get the grade that you want. And the syllabus that I gave to you guys have the point values broken down for each grade range. So, above, I don't know exactly what it is off the top of my head, but above, 390 points is an A, above 320 points is a B, or whatever it is. That's how you calculate your grade. It's not by Blackboard, okay? So that's an important piece. Just going over things. I think that's about everything, guys. I can't think of anything right now, kind of off the top of my head. Keep working. You're almost there. Bear down and get that second draft done. You can turn it in as early as you want. You have everything left now for the semester, so you could be done by the end of this week if you wanted to. You should have your partner critique done by the end of this week, and you have your draft back from me right now, so you could theoretically be done the class by the end of this week if you wanted to. Doesn't that sound nice? So keep working hard, guys. Email me with any questions. I'm here to help, and hope you have a great rest of the week.